Hello, and welcome to Digital Citizenship by Amy McGough. And that's me. I am a biology teacher. I teach at Lampeter Strasburg High School. I am a wife, and I am a mom. It's my husband and my daughter. And one of the hobbies that we enjoy doing together is camping, which we are going to be doing for the next 10 days. To give you a little summary of my career, so I grew up in Lebanon County. I went to Lebanon High School many, many moons ago. After graduating from high school, I attended Millersville University, where I earned my BSc in biology, and then I was hired after graduation in Virginia. While I was in Virginia, I earned my master's degree at George Mason University. And I was in Virginia for about 8 years, and I taught for the Prince William County Public School System. I started out teaching part-time at Brentsville District High School, which is really no longer there because it's a huge county, and they've restructured, and it's grown, and the school became a different school. It has a partial similar name, but it's not really there anymore in its original existence. I started working with the Teen Mom program because since I was hired part-time, I did mornings at Brentsville and then the afternoons at the Teen Mom program. And then that went full-time for a year, the grant, and an alternative ed program. And then the grant had run out, and I went back to Stonewall Jackson High School in Manassas. And after my 8 years in Virginia, I then moved back home, and I currently teach at Lampeter Strasburg High School. I have been there since 2001. And one part of this that I forgot to put in is I did earn my national board for teaching a few years ago. I think I have 3 years left on that as well. And I currently teach with a hybrid rotational model. And since there's a lot of technology that we are to use and the school is going one-to-one next year, I thought this would be a good course to take to learn about so that I can be prepared to teach my students. Okay, so the video that I watched was Digital Citizenship. And I was excited when I picked it, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to learn all about digital citizenship. It's going to cover the 3 categories of respect, educate, and protect. And hopefully this will be a great thing that I can use for my students. And unfortunately, it turned out to be more of in the category of making sure that you teach ethics to your students. And I believe they were trying to sell you a curriculum online. Again, it might be a free curriculum. I didn't explore that very much. But the whole point was pushing this curriculum. And this mod will cover this, and this mod will cover that. And most of it dealt with cyberbullying. So in terms of respect, I highlighted etiquette because the video itself did push making sure that you have your students be ethical in the way that they use the internet. But other than the cyberbullying, there really wasn't anything in the actual video that addressed that, and there was nothing about access or law. In terms of education, there was nothing about literacy or commerce. And the communication part that I highlighted really, just because they kept pushing ethics, and at one point Howard Gardner was on there, and he was talking about his program and the 7 points of ethics in the digital age, but again, it didn't really offer anything useful that I thought I could use with my students. And then in terms of protection, the rights and responsibilities, safety and security, I feel, again, because there was a mod or 2 example given about how to teach cyberbullying and what to do about cyberbullying, but it didn't address those 3 categories, and there was nothing about health and wellness at all in the video. So what do I think about the effectiveness of the video? I'm going to talk about overall rating. Does it teach digital citizenship? And would I use it? The overall rating that I give this video is a thumbs down. Now, I personally think the video is well put together. It kept my attention. And if I were looking to buy the curriculum, I might be persuaded to do that. But if I was going to use this in the classroom with my students, I don't think it covers anything about digital citizenship that would be useful to them. It makes no mention to the CIPA, and the closest I could get to even a reference was the part in the CIPA that says educating minors about appropriate online behavior, including interacting with other individuals on social networking websites and in chat rooms, and cyberbullying awareness and response, only because they used the module example of cyberbullying here. So would I use this in my classroom? Not if I was trying to teach digital citizenship and I wanted the students to watch a video on that to learn about it. This is not the video that I would choose. I would try to look elsewhere for something more appropriate. I just wanted to make sure that I give credits to what I use. The photos are my personal ones, the images I found on Google. And thank you so much for your time and viewing. I look forward to working with you.